Welcome, my viewers. Welcome, my family, friends, my subscribers, my critics, my commentators. Thank you so much. Thank you for all your comments. This is Family Issues again with Dr. Angela. It's so good to be here. Good to be here. I missed every one of you. This is a huge, big hug given to everybody. I missed you. Today we're going to be talking about character. Character. What do we say character is? Character is the way one thinks, the way you feel, the way you think, the way you feel, and the way you behave. That encompasses what character is. Character in an individual. Character tells a lot about who you are. Character. Character portrays you to be a positive person or to be a negative person. Character can sell you. Character can open a door for you, door of favor. Character goes ahead of a man. And when I mean man or woman. Character. What kind of character do you have? What kind of character do you exhibit under different circumstances? What character do you exhibit when there are issues? It could be negative, it could be positive. What kind of character do you exhibit? Have you ever heard of character flaw? Character flaws in a man. Character flaws. Things that can drive people away from you. Things that can dispel people, things that can make someone say, Character smells. Viewers, character is like smoke. Smoke. When you are burning something, or when something is getting burnt, before you even know, the only way you can know that food or whatever it is getting burnt, or the house or whatever it is the smoke that will emanate from it. That is what character is. Character oozes. It could give a fine scent and a fine aroma, or it could give a disgusting kind of aroma. As a man, as a woman, as a child, what kind of character do you have? You can't live life without good character. My apologies if I'm harsh today, but that's the truth. And like I always say, this channel is a no holds barred channel. We say it the way it is, blunt, point blank. You cannot say you are living life without having character. You can't. You can lose your health, you can lose your wealth, you can lose everything, but you cannot, and you can get those things back. You lose money, you have a business, it doesn't work out well. Well, life happens, but you can get those things back. You can make money, and and the business can could rise again. You can fall sick and get treated by doctors, and you get better. But you see, character, character, you can never get it back. You can change, yes. You have maybe a manner in which you behave or you speak, yes. Maybe it was not good before, it was not nice, and you decide to have a rethink. You decide to change. But you see that character you have exhibited in point A, that you might not be able to go back to point A to go and change, to go and rectify. That character will go with you always. You will see in a situation where somebody either steals, or does something negative, or blabs. Someone who is a spoiler, someone who does not see anything good in an individual, someone who always looks for the downfall of somebody, someone who lies against people, someone who does evil things, a man who maltreats his wife, a woman whose mouth must always run like a tap that has no control, a child whose behavior will always precede him or her. It's very difficult to convince the people who were in that place at that particular point in time, particularly the individuals who were affected by that character traits, by that behavior of that individual. It's very difficult to convince those people or that person that individual who acted in a very disgusting manner has suddenly changed. And that's why they say the leopard cannot change skin. The leopard finds it very difficult to change. Please, my viewers, learn to look inwards. Always do a scan of yourself. For many of us who have gone to the hospital, either you went to do a CT scan to check the brain, or it could be a pelvic scan, it could be you pregnant and you want to find out how the baby is doing, what is the sex of the child, etc., etc., etc. You want to check, run you want to run a medical check on your body, from the crown of your head to the sole of your feet. You want to check. You run a scan, and the way it is done, once you run the scan, you see exactly what is going on inside of you. So also, I want to appeal to every one of us. Let us learn to run scans through us. Check yourself intentionally. Check yourself. Always look inward. That character I exhibited, those things I said, should I really have said them? Should I? Does it add value to my life? Does it add value to my home? Does it build my home, or does it bring it down? Those things I said to my child because the child did something that was wrong, or I felt the child was being disrespectful. I felt the child was going to tarnish my image, my name. It's this spirit of I, me. Your child has done something. You begin to spew. You begin to say so many. We do it. I don't even exonerate myself. In the past, I used to do it. When my child does what is wrong, you see me, I spew. But I had to sit down and I asked myself, why do you want to say the things that after saying it, you begin to say, hey, I shouldn't have said that? Why don't I be a friend to my child? Why? Yes, the child has done what he shouldn't do. Should you kill the child? Should you? How do you react to situations? Your husband does what is wrong, or you are a wife. Like I said in my other video, what kind of home do you prepare? What kind of home do your children run to? Do they love running home, or do they prefer staying outside? Because the home, it will be too uncomfortable, because either our mommy or our daddy will set fire in the house, or, oh, I don't want to go to that house again. Daddy and mommy are going to be fighting, or daddy and mommy are going to be saying nasty things to themselves. Do you know? Let me tell you something about myself. Do you know that many years ago, up till last year, I mean, keeping it real, when myself and my husband, maybe we want to discuss, and we have different opinions. Normally, at times the voice will want to go high. You my children will come and say, please don't argue today, please don't argue, don't argue, don't argue, no arguments, no arguments. Can you learn to listen to yourselves? Can you see that? And myself and my husband will just burst into laughter. And we'll be laughing and they'll be looking at us. We thought we were fighting. We said, no, we're not fighting. We are just trying to iron out some items. He said, but we thought you were having issues. So myself and my husband, we sat down and said, okay, let's do it differently. When one person is talking and is angry, the other person keeps quiet. You see, we have to intentionally work at it. It doesn't make us perfect, but we intentionally work at it. Why? So that we don't give a wrong impression to the children, because it's very important. However you live your home, however you live your day-to-day marital situation, marital space, your children are watching you. I have so many children today, they don't want to get married. Why don't they want to get married? That is a discussion for another day. What does mommy and daddy do that puts them off? Like I was telling a couple who I had invited, to be interviewed. I haven't forgotten. I have interviews coming back to back. You will be amazed. Interesting features, interesting counsels, interesting experiences. Oh, you will be amazed. And like I said, on this channel, we don't cover what is wrong. We don't lie. We say the way they are. There is no marriage, like I told a couple this weekend. There is no marriage that never had issues. Might even have issues once in a while, even up to now, because we are human beings. We are we came from different backgrounds. We have different ideas. We have different character. Some character nice, some not so nice, some. But when we come together, we come with the mindset of making it work. We come with the mindset of, oh, this is a marriage, a union that God has brought this man to my life. How can I add value to his life? How can I add value to her life? It's a two-way thing. It's a pari passu thing. Nobody is perfect, but we can work at it. To be anyone successful, my viewers, you must try to conquer yourself first. Those traits you are not good with. Like I shared with you, I used to have terrible anger issues. What is there to lie about? Terrible anger issues. It was something I had to work on aggressively because it was spoiling so many things for me. I didn't like it. I didn't. I tell people, there are two people you cannot deceive. You can deceive everybody. You can even deceive your spouse of 100 years in marriage. You can't deceive yourself. You can't deceive your God. Because God is watching. He knows us. He made us. He created us in his own image. So he knows us. Before we even speak, he knows us. Before we act, he knows what we want to do. Before we get to our bus stop, he's already there and past it. So he knows. You can't deceive God. You can't deceive yourself. You know yourself. What is that character trait that is killing you, that is shutting doors against you? What's that character trait? Mine was anger. Yes. Let's do a check. Mine was anger. Anger was locking doors. Hey, it was locking doors. Anger will make somebody say, "Ah, Dr. Angela, that was not nice. Angela, that wasn't nice. That wasn't nice. That wasn't nice." So anger was my character trait, and I have, like I said, I have been intentionally working against it. It was something I didn't like. It was repugnant to me. It was disgusting. It wasn't making, even my husband, it wasn't making him happy with me because the anger was an issue. So, and I wanted peace and I wanted to make it work. I wanted my husband to be happy with me. Apart from my husband, I wanted people around me to be at peace with me. I didn't want to, when I'm coming, then you say, "Hey, Hitler is coming." No, I didn't want that. Yes, humanly speaking, you can be unhappy about something, but you don't have to turn the whole atmosphere, upside down, and people are walking on glass around you. Hey, we don't know what we will say now that will make him or her angry. It shouldn't be like that. This life is too short. It shouldn't be that way. Let's work on our characters. Let's try as much as possible to conquer ourselves. Conquer that trait. Is it talking too much? Is it fighting? I know couples who fight, physical fighting. Do you know you can sit down in retrospect, looking back, looking to yourself, checking yourself? What is that thing that triggers me? What's that thing that makes me want to fight? After fighting, you make up. Yes, you come together, you go to the bed, and you in the other room, you go make up. You can't keep doing that. This life is too short. Instead of fighting physically, you could sit down and try to communicate and tell yourself some home truths. What is it I'm not doing well? Talk to yourself. Tell yourself. The fact is that we lie too much to ourselves. We are always covering, always hiding. Don't let them know. We don't want people to know. We don't want anybody. No, for how long? For how long? I beg of you, for how long? Life is too short. Let's be mindful. Let's be mindful. Try to always walk inwards. Must be able to conquer yourself. If you don't take anything away today, take that. You must be able to conquer yourself prayerfully by talking to yourself. In retros, talk to yourself. Ask yourself questions. Are you happy? Ask yourself, am I happy? Call yourself by your name. Angela, are you happy? Call yourself by your name. Yes. Are you happy? Living the life you are living right now. Are you happy? Thank you so much for listening. And thank you for subscribing. Thank you for watching. Thank you for sharing. Please keep sharing. Let this message, let it be impactful to someone or to a home. I need these videos to go out. Let it go out. Let people listen and use it to impact their lives. Thank you so much once more. This is Dr. Angela with Family Issues. It's my prayer that as you listen, as you watch, as you share, you will be healed. Thank you so much. See you again next time. Bye-bye.